Hey guys, welcome back to releasethecraftin. We're still here for day 29, sadly, of the hashtag Poevember 24. That is Poevember, the Edgar Allan Poe themed November challenge I am doing all this month. And I haven't said it yet, I'm saying it now again. I will definitely be doing this again next year. So if you weren't able to join this year, or if you were able to join or you're wondering if we're doing it again next year, we are definitely doing this again next year. Because this was so much fun. And I am honestly so sad that it's like ending. I can't even tell you guys how melancholy I am in my own little world that this is ending. Because I could honestly continue to do this probably for the next 3 months. Because I'm having so much fun. I'm not going to. But you feel me. So the prompt for today, day 29, is Maiden. And I wanted to make a little jewelry piece. And so I pulled out these Scrabble tiles in the EAP, Edgar Allan Poe initials, and I figured we'd make some earrings, like some cool dangly earrings or something from them. So I am just twisting them up with some eye hooks so that they have something to hang by, and then I have these images from Gecko Gals, and it's just some pretty images of women from artworks of yore, I guess is the best way to describe it. So I tried to pick the girls that looked the most like sad and melancholy, because I am sad and melancholy. But no, Edgar Allan Poe is a sad boy, so they had to look a little wistful, a little bit of longing, I think, was appropriate. So I picked the ones I liked the best, and then I'm just gluing them down really simply with some glue stick. The wood for Scrabble tiles is actually like a balsa wood, so it's super absorbent and also very soft. It does not need a very strong glue to stick things to. But I do add like a good amount of the glue stick glue to stick the paper down, so it's essentially sticking paper to paper's predecessor, and I think it works. I've never had any issues with it. Somebody did ask me that on an older video when I busted these out to make some charms for Shabby Creep. I forget what it's called all the time. For that challenge, somebody asked me about the glue situation here. So yeah, it works. I've never had any issues. And I have continued to use it for this application this entire time. It works. So I'm going to glue them down slightly a little bit below the edge of the tile, because as a person who is famous for doing things out of order in the incorrect order, I decided that I wanted to have a little red border on top to be our tie-in color for everything, but I didn't put the red down first. I wanted to come back and do it afterwards like a dodo bird. So yeah, at any rate, it makes a nice little frame for each of our girls, and then I'm just going over with some Mod Podge really quick over the tops of the images so that it seals the ink to the image, and I'm being very quick and very haphazard with it because I don't want to move the ink around too much, because this is a inkjet printer image, not a laser jet printer image, so too much moisture will start to pull the inks out of the printed image and make it ugly. So if you're doing this along with me, you're going to want to put your Mod Podge down very quickly, as quick as possible, without moving it around too much so that you don't pick up your ink from your printed image, and it works out just fine. And that's just to make sort of a waterproof barrier from between the image and the resin, because if you put the resin directly onto that image, it will leach the inks out of your original image, and you'll be very sad when your image is all splotchy after you worked so hard to put it together and, did things out of order and put the red on after you stuck your image down, when it would have been so much simpler to put it on before. But I managed to find this little silicone tool, which is actually used for clay sculpting, but I've been using it for everything but clay sculpting, to apply the wax down without getting it everywhere. And have to let that wax set and dry. It takes a little bit for it to dry. You can speed it up with your heat tool, but you might have to come back in with a couple more applications, but either way it works, so whatever works the best for you guys. And then I'm using some black ink and a paintbrush that I watered down. I didn't water down the paintbrush, I watered down the ink to go around it really quickly, to just give ourselves a little frame and a little border. And then I'm just cleaning up a bunch of splotches that I got onto this it's okay because we put Mod Podge down, so it's a waterproof surface. So it wiped off easily all the little flecks of black ink I got everywhere. And then I'm just using some UV resin and proper safety things. I forget what it's called. There's a name for it. Protective gear. So I'm using some gloves. I have a respirator on because I do not want to breathe in a bunch of resin. And then I'm just I applied like a thin layer to the top, set them, and then came back and added the roses that I wanted to use. And these are just some metal roses I've had in my stash since literally I started getting into this like mixed media crafty space. So I've been trying to come up with ways to use them, and I think they look really great here. And I like that they're metal. They're going to hold up, like, you know, to any sort of drop damage, I guess, for quite a while. It'll be fine. And then I had to turn these over so that I could keep them in the right order, because nothing would annoy me more than having them out of order after going through this entire process. And then I'm gonna link them together with some jump rings and attach them to our little earring hooks. And they're gonna make these delightfully long earrings that are really fun. I love like altered artwork and altered items. I've been really into that, if you guys have not noticed. And part of the jewelry collection I will be releasing on Friday. Also, today is Friday. I just realized what day it was as I'm doing this voiceover. When you guys are seeing this, it's Friday. So part of the jewelry collection I released today on Instagram and eventually in the evening to my Etsy shop features a lot of stuff like this in that altered art space. With dominoes and Jenga tiles and the like, so stuff like that, yeah. So yeah, this is really fun. I'm really happy with how these came out. I think they're really fun, and I think they look really, really nice. I love having these, like, melancholy ladies just, like, hanging out. I think they make really great earrings, if I do say so myself. But that's gonna be it for me right now, you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for the very last day of #Poevember24. Make sure you check out the playlist, see what everybody else is making, and I appreciate your faces, guys. Happy crafting. Bye.